Welcome to the Pharmacy Leaders Podcast with your host, Tony Guerra. The Pharmacy Leaders Podcast is a member of the Pharmacy Podcast Network, with interviews and advice on building your professional network, brand, and a purposeful second income from students, residents, and innovative professionals.
Hey, welcome to the Pharmacy Leaders Podcast. What I wanted to do is let you know there's a new gig out for PubMed. It's it's from the Healthcare Marketing Network, and what they want you to do is they want you to go to their Facebook group and actually sign up to be part of the group so that they can have just one funnel of bringing you in, and then it doesn't have to be just a one-off gig. They can tell you about other gigs that are coming up. But there's a PubMed Writer gig, a PubMed Editor gig, and then CE course writers as well. I think they have 20 opportunities for that. So let's start with first how Carol and Janet wanted you to submit your information. So what they want you to do is they want you to work through the new member workflow process. So get into the Healthcare Marketing Network Facebook group, fill out the form so they can get your experience and email in the database. And then that way they have one channel to kind of bring people into the group. As far as the actual, what are you doing? If you got this notice was it earlier this year? It was probably earlier this year. The PubMed deal is that you, as pharmacists, pharmacy students, are able to review and translate some basically medical jargon and medical speak into plain English. And by translating it, you get a certain number of dollars per article. And let me read exactly what they said in terms of the amount of money you would be getting for this. So they said something about, so their task was to translate PubMed abstracts into layperson language, and it becomes a searchable database, and they're abstracting the abstracts. And in terms of pay, I think it works out to about $5 per record, but they're not terribly large in terms of the amount that you have to work with. So you can do a number of them within a given hour. Once you're in the system, I believe, then they give you the email to go to the PubMed project, and then that's where you would email your CV and resume with subject line PubMed, your name, to PubMedProject@gmail.com. But put my name on it, Tony, TonyGuerra, so that they know you're coming from me, and that they know that you're part of the pharmacy network. So again, I'll put this information in the show notes, but what you really want to do is go to the Facebook group first, contact them, let them know that you're interested in writing, have some experience in writing. That way you can get into the database and then possibly be part of this PubMed project. But also there's a need for CE course writers. So they can develop CE courses for a national company. They have a contract for 20 courses right now. And right now they're looking only for CE writers. So this is a completely different thing than the PubMed. And then in 2019 they're going to launch a training course to teach new course creators. So that one is send your CV or resume to carol@healthcaremarketingnetwork.com. That's CAROL@healthcaremarketingnetwork.com with the subject course writer, your name, then you would put my name. So course writer, your name, then my name. So again, hopefully this gig works out for you guys. I know a lot of people made a ton of money last time this went out. So hopefully you'll be able to use your expertise to help turn medical language into something that's a little bit easier for people to understand.
Support for this episode comes from the audiobook Memorizing Pharmacology, a relaxed approach. With over 9,000 sales in the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia, it's the go-to resource to ease the pharmacology challenge. Available on Audible, iTunes, and Amazon.com, in print, ebook, and audiobook. Thank you for listening to the Pharmacy Leaders Podcast with your host, Tony Guerra. Be sure to share the show with the hashtag #PharmacyLeaders.